are we are live. There I am. I couldn't see myself, so I'm like, what's going on? Hi everybody. I'm Stephanie Brown. I'm really excited to be live on live stream with my TikTok family and some new friends that are joining my community and to speak to all of you in my YouTube family. As always, I'm in my Wanacom sweatshirt because it's definitely fall and it was cold today for sure. So, being bipolar, um, I believe that you can lead. And it's been a long road, 25 years for me trying to find my way. But here's two things I want to share with you that really have made a difference in my life. Whoever said it, I don't know. But if you want things to change, you have to change things. And so, what does that mean? Well, having a mental illness is not a life sentence. My bipolar depression has not been easy at all. I've lost a lot in my life because of it. But keep getting up. You got to keep getting up. No matter what you deal with, you got to keep back up. The two things I want you to remember tonight, YouTube family and TikTok family, is one, effective self awareness. Now, I'll only be able to touch on a little bit because it's a lot to take in. I'm 45. I've learned a lot and I know how to help people get to the next spot they want to get to because I've been there. So, when it comes to self awareness and you have a mental illness, know what, know yourself. Don't stuff what is you. If certain things make you anxious, acknowledge that. If certain things make you angry, like tech, when it comes to my business, I just, unless it's a click of a button into Google or like I just did, clicked into live stream programming that my son set up for me, he makes me not a nice person. Know yourself. This is good for people who even don't even have a mental illness. Know yourself. Be good to yourself by taking care of yourself. For example, being bipolar, I can't go to a concert. Um, can't go to a concert anymore because I can't handle strobe lights. I can't handle, it's just too much for my brain. I really relate to people who are autistic because overstimulation, I can become completely overwhelmed and free. So self awareness, knowing what you need and knowing what you like. I used 2 years ago, I had anxiety so bad I couldn't even go into a grocery store without having a panic attack because of the lights. I also was really ashamed of my bipolar. There's stuff I've done that you do because you don't know you're doing something wrong. And I'm heavily medicated now. but I would not have anything to do with medication. S. And after 2 divorces and losing everything, I finally in a hospital at 16 was like, this isn't working. Like my life is not working without medication. I gotta do. I've got nothing else to lose, and so my medicine. I I understand that sometimes they work really well and then they stop working and I'll have to try another one. And that's fine because I want to be happy, I want to be the best version of myself. I want my children to be able to be happy being around me. And when you have severe mania, you're not great to be around. You might feel great, but you're not making other people great because it's not rational when you have, yeah. And then the depressed side really, really sucks. I mean, if any of you suffer from depression, you know those days when you're so weak up. So, self awareness means self care. If you know you can't handle a busy, loud store on a particular day, don't go in there. Like, because if I go to a concert where there's tons of strobe lights and my brain is taking all that in, the next day I'm just useless. Like, I just lie down and I exhausted because I was trying to manage all the sensory that was going on around me. And so, self awareness is self care. And you don't have to apologize to anyone for that. We're all different, all have different needs. Second thing is perspective. I have a saying, accept what is, not what you want it to be. Because when you can radically accept what's going on right now, then you can deal with it. And then you can grow and learn and be even better. And so, radically accepting yourself for who you are right now, especially if you have a disability or a barrier or an illness, really important because you'll never be the best version of yourself if you can't accept the you that you are right now. Because if you can't accept the you that you are right now, you can't make plans and decisions and decide to take medication and all these kinds of things that need to happen to get to where you want to be. My aunt has diabetes. She's not weak because she takes her insulin. Same thing with my medicine. I'm not weak because I take it. I was able to manage without for some time, but in reality, you ask my children, they will say I wasn't managing it. It's just because you're not aware, because you're not well. And so, perspective, it's not about beating yourself up. It's about coming to terms with who you are right now and where you want to be and what it's going to take to get from A to Z. I mean, for that to rhyme. But so perspective is like also I tell people don't talk garbage. Don't say, I'm a loser. I'll never. No, I do this. I say, put my hand on my chest because something that comforts me. Anxious because I saw someone that I don't get along with. And Say that, but don't judge it. Don't judge it. Let it pass. And it's practice makes permanent, not practice makes perfect. Nobody's perfect. Never be. Ever you try to be perfect, stuff under unrealistic expectations, and then you're never happy. There's the bar always goes higher every time you try to reach it because there's no such thing as perfect. Practice makes permanent. So recovery doll, should I say it right? Recovery doll 13. We will never be the best version of ourselves if we don't denounce our current perspective. So, if 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 we if I think you're saying what I'm saying love and accept yourself for where you're at now because you've done the best you can. Point, even if you think it's an epic failure. The thing is, you can't change what you don't accept, and you can't change what you don't know. And so I had to come to terms with I'm bipolar. When I am in having an episode, I can hurt people with my mouth. I can upset people with how I behave. And I don't want to do that anymore. So, what's it going to take to get to Stephanie that I am now? It was hard, but worth it. And so, in I just want to thank you for listening and being part of my live here in TikTok and also in YouTube. I love you all in communities, and I'm always here. If you need someone to talk to, um, follow me. I'll try to follow back so that we can each other, but never be afraid to ask me a question on any platform. I will do my best to help you. So, your first thought is self care is to be aware. That is, I can't go out late. The Recovery Doll 13, you're correct. My apologies for not communicating effectively. No, that's great. Thank you. Thank you for helping me and helping others. We're all here to help each other. And so if you can start to get to know yourself, accept yourself, then you can start to figure out one day at a time. I used to say to my friend, it's not even one day at a time. And then 1 minute at a time becomes 1 hour at a so on, so on. And 5 years go by and you go, holy cow, I've come really far. But you can't, it starts with the first step. And and don't give up. Don't give up. Even if you fall flat on your face, even if you're so depressed and all you're doing is crying all day. I have days where I can't get out of my pajamas. I have days where I don't have the strength to shower. Like, that's reality. But you're just my husband has a saying, are you better today than you were yesterday? Yeah, because you're trying. You're here. You're listening to me. You're talking with me. And you want more and you want to do better for yourself. Good for you, Kovacs. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. So, perspective is watch what you say. Remember, a thought is not a fact. Because you think it doesn't make it true. So, you are not dumb, you are not useless, you're not stupid, you're not unwanted, And no, it's not now, but nobody likes me. Those are just thoughts you make up. Start to, even if you're your own best friend. I don't have a lot of people I hang out with. I have like two, and I can't hang out with them right now because of COVID. But I have two, and two's enough because it's, you have to know what you need. And there's so much I can talk about. Careful what you self medicate yourself with. Hi. Hi. Hi, Lenora. Um, be careful also you self medicate yourself with. Say I don't need to take medication, yet you're drinking all the time or doing drugs. You're medicating just in a dangerous way. So, say it one more time. It's all about self care, self aware. Give yourself permission, give yourself need, and perspective. Perspective should be I'm doing the best that single and I'm getting better all the time. And if I don't feel good, that's not a shameful thing because I'm allowed to feel what I feel and myself. And I'm going to keep learning, growing, and working. That's all you ever have to do one day. It's incredible for your life. And go back and watch my videos on YouTube or on TikTok, especially on share my story. Some of it's really, really, really sad. I was almost homeless. And but my life is totally so with in keeping with oh thank you. Um in keeping with me telling you things, I have to do it for myself. So it's time for me to go. I have to take and sit down, keep. But know these things. You're not alone.